why there is this narrative difference between Valmiki and Kamban, or Valmiki or any other poet, later poet, I think it's very important for us to understand. The Adikavya of Valmiki, as we all know, is the primary source of Ramayana. Absolutely no doubt about it. It is the most authentic. Chronologically, it belongs to the post-Vedic era. It's very ancient. And Kamban's Tamil Kavya, in contrast, it was composed in 12th century CE during the era of Kulothunga Chola. So just see the time gap between Valmiki and Kamban. In fact, the time gap between Valmiki and Kamban is much larger than the time gap between us and Kamban, which is just 800, 900 years old. So that this can be said with many other poets in relation to Valmiki. You take Kalidasa or even Tulsidas, who is post-Kamban. So obviously, in all the kavyas that were composed later to Valmiki, we always have some characteristics. This has been pointed by many scholars. I'll read out one interesting quote, especially regarding Kamban. Kamban's diction is conventionally poetic, full of stock phrases, extended similes and metaphors. It has repetitive allusions. These are all literary terms. Okay, pathetic fallacies. I'm not going to explain it. It's a literary term. And poetic conceits. Unlike Valmiki, Kamban has a sense of drama of almost every particular episode and exploits every occasion that has a theatrical potential, often by the use of dialogic mode. In contrast, Valmiki is almost deadpan in his narration. His diction sparse, cut to the bone. The explosive emotional content of any situation totally under control of the poet. It is inferential rather than explicit. So Valmiki's poetry, in this sense, is like Tamil Sangam poetry. Very subtle and totally in control. So, but Kamban's poetry is not like that. It is flamboyant, it is exuberant. It is like, you see the same lady clad in a very simple cotton saree just after her bath in the early morning with just one strand of jasmine flower. And the same lady in the evening when he goes to a wedding with silk saree and fully adorned with all the jewels and full makeup and everything. That Kamban's poetry is like this. And the Valmiki's poetry is like that. It is the same girls, and both of them are beautiful, but different kind of beauty. Okay, so Kamban is a romantic poet, and Valmiki is a classical one.